Hello everyone, my name is Khaled Siddiqui, and in this video I'm going to take apart a DJI Mavic 2 Pro battery. My battery, as I showed in my previous video, has swollen, and these batteries are not cheap. So I'm gonna try to open it and see if the battery has cells that I can replace myself. This is a very dangerous task. I don't recommend you guys doing this because it could cause fire. It could cause injury, chemical spill, you name it. This needs to be done in a controlled lab, controlled environment, with fireproof gloves, and the battery has to be fully discharged to do it. So, a battery is composed of two components: the cell and the control circuit. The cell is the actual the actual chemical pack, which is filled with lithium ion or nickel metal hydrate or lithium polymer, which actually holds the charge. And the control board is the board that communicates with each cell, and then it communicates with the device that is using that battery. In this case, the Mavic 2 Pro. These batteries are not serviceable or repairable because they're so expensive. I'm gonna take a chance and see, and I'm gonna share the footage with you so you could see how these batteries are made, and if you think you are capable of repairing it, if you're a battery manufacturing, so you can take an inside look of how these batteries are put together. Basically, it's like see what's inside and to see if it's fixable. All right. So let's get started. The battery, first I'm gonna draw a line to show you where the upper part and the lower part is connected. So this is where the crack is. I'm gonna draw a line. Okay, from here it goes this way, and okay, so you see the red line that I draw? That's where the upper and lower part are connected. So in order to take it apart, you need a very, thin knife or prying object to insert it in between these cracks. So let me show you. I'm gonna show you as I insert it so you could see. See that? So that's how you insert, and you work your way slowly, very, very slowly, because if you puncture the cell, you have a chemical spill. So you have to do this so carefully. Let me widen the range of this camera. They glue it together so it's not openable by an average person, and for a good reason. They don't want you to get inside because it's dangerous. So let's get a screwdriver to see if we have any room for error. Okay, we're getting somewhere here. Oh man. Not easy, not easy. Not an easy task, not for the faint-hearted. This is not easy. I'm sweating. Oh my god, this battery is even charged. I thought this was a dead battery anyways. I should have checked. Oh my god, are you serious? It's glued up there. Glue here. Okay. So now you see. It has these cells, which has swollen. Okay. So this cable comes off. Okay. The cable comes off. I'm gonna have to see it with a magnifying glass. Okay. I see how it comes off. I'm going to zoom in and teach you. Let's zoom in. Okay. So, if you look, see this little tab? This pulls up. Like that. And this cable should come off. Like that. Obviously, you need to remove that glue. That's just glue. Holding it together. Now, this is how the battery is put together. I apologize for my nails, but you know, they're nasty nails, but you need those nails to pry things open when you're repairing. So you cannot have fancy nails and do these kinds of works like, you know, a car mechanic. Okay, so now let me see if I can separate this guy. Okay, so this has 4 cells. We knew that already. Remember when you're looking at your remote control, it shows 4 cells. These are those cells. Each one was 4 point something volts. Let's see how much more can we pry this open. I cannot use like something to pry it because I will puncture the cell. You can't puncture the cell. Chemical spill and all kinds of bad things. So you have to basically use your hands, or I don't know, maybe heat it. But you can't heat it too much either because you will ruin it. So let me see. I'm gonna do it slowly. Okay. Let's see how much room I have. I'm seeing how much room I have there. Okay. It's definitely glued. Glued onto this. I'm gonna warm it up. Heat gun. Okay, that should be enough. You can't warm a battery too much. It will explode. Alright. Okay, so this is, I peeled this off. It's just a no help. Basically, that wasn't the what was holding it. No accessible sections there. Okay, so I'm gonna warm it up a little more. Whoa, it's too warm. Oh, there you go. Voila. So now I'm going to unplug these. We have plus and minus. It's soldered. So you need a soldering iron. Remember that? You need a soldering iron. It is very well built, very well. I mean, it's really high quality plastic, lightweight, so lightweight, and it's the grips. Look at the grips. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so I'm gonna have to desolder this and this plus and minus. I mean, need to desolder it. This is my control board, which I cannot damage. It's very important. So I'm going to desolder this. Okay, now I am desoldering the negative. That was the positive, by the way. Okay. The plus and minus got desoldered. Now I have a plug to remove. Okay, so that is also removed. This is the heat sensor right here. The temperature sensor that shows how hot the battery gets. So these are heat sensors are usually not polarized. They are not polarized, but just in case it is polarized, I'm going to mark one red and mark that side red. This way, when I desolder it, I know which one is which. Oh my god, it doesn't want to desolder. Oh man. That one was the hardest to desolder. What the heck? The heat sensor, the temperature sensor was the hardest to desolder because it had some kind of a green bluish glue on it, or silicone. Anyways, so this is your control board. This doesn't come off. This is attached here. So this control board is attached here. It doesn't come off. And basically you have a plus, you have a minus, you have sensor and temperature gauge. This is the sensors. Basically, this tells the unit how much is the voltage on each individual battery. Where the total voltage, you know, it's 4 times 4. Let's see, what's that? 16, 17 volts. 15.4 volts. The total is 15.4 volts. So, you know, divided by 4, that's how much each cell is. So now we are going to look to see if these cells are replaceable individually at cheaper price than buying a new one. Okay, that's what we're gonna see. Okay, so the good news is that the cells are individually separatable. So I'm going to open up this, remove this tape. Be careful. This is a live battery. You should never do this on a live battery. Discharge it fully. Okay, so here we run into a minor little problem. What's the minor problem is that this battery is welded, not soldered. This is spark welding. See these? These are spark weldings. These are not solders. Okay. And spark welding is not easy to remove. Let me remove this to see what kind of part number that each individual battery has. Okay, so each individual battery part number is T, here, you read it, T74934FB570. That's the part number of each individual cell. And we have 4 of these cells to replace. Now I'm going to see if it is cheaper. Because you can get these batteries new for 150 bucks, right? So what if each cell is $50? Then it's not worth it, right? So let's see if each one of these individual cells are cheaper than getting a brand new one. I'm gonna look them up. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I did extensive research. These batteries are not sold separately. 14.82 watt hour, 3.85 volt DC. So this is the description of the battery that you need. And unfortunately, they're not sold separately, so you could buy and replace it. So you're gonna have to basically modify some other device's battery to make it compatible with this. Basically, this whole this battery surgery was to show you what's inside, how it's put together, and why this was bulking up. You know, this was like swollen, because this battery is swollen, as you can see. So it's basically all these batteries are swollen because it's been more than a year that I use this battery, although it's fully charged. I mean, it's functional, but it's not reliable. If you were able to find these batteries separately, you could simply cut these, resolder. You cannot welding. This is welded. So you're gonna have to cut from here, and solder it there. That's what you need to do. Yeah, you're gonna have to cut it from there. So once you solder the batteries, you put it back, plug in the cables, and you just close it like that. It will never be like new again, because, you know, we had to pry it and push it, and, you know, we had to do a lot of forcing on this thing to open. But at least it gives you an idea of how they are made, how to take care of them, and what not to do, what to do, you know, to prevent battery explosion and all that. So this was dissecting the battery pack of a DJI Mavic Pro 2. Now you know what's inside and how to take it apart. Do it very carefully, do it at your own risk. Make sure the battery is completely discharged. Wear eye protections, wear gloves, make sure nothing can catch fire around you. If you have plastic prying tools, that's even better. If not, you can use metal with extreme caution. And once again, you will be doing this at your own risk. Okay? Because I don't usually take apart batteries to repair them. But in this case, this was a $150 battery, so it was worth giving it a try. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any cells. I did a search and I couldn't find these cells sold separately. So I'm gonna have to buy a new battery and pay the full price. All right, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.